All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, May 9th. We got two NBA playoff games on today's slate. We already recorded and published our Celtics and Cavs game 2 picks, so make sure to check that out. In today's video, we're looking at OKC taking on Dallas, game number 2. I'm going to give you my lean on the spread. I'm going to give you my lean on the total. We'll talk about any player props that we like, which is 2 as of right now in this game as well. But as always, guys, keep an eye in the pinned comment. That's where all of my final plays will live. If you do want to fade me, or if you want to ride with me, keep an eye on the pinned comment. So OKC takes game number 1 here. In game number 2, they are 5-point favorites. Total sitting at 218. I will say, I think Dallas is due for some progression. They did not play well in game number 1. In fact, Kyrie and Luka combined for, I think it was like 13 of 33 for 39 points. Like, Luka does that by himself some nights. So not exactly the best game from either one of them, quite honestly. Luka, I think, had 9 assists, 6 rebounds. So it was a really off game for him. And he's obviously the cog that makes that engine of the Mavericks go. So I do think they're due for some progression. My concern is I don't think OKC's due for much regression. So I think I still lean OKC minus the points, but overall, my probably favorite pick here is going to be the over 218.5. We saw a game in which OKC went out there and scored 117 in game number 1. While Dallas didn't even shoot 40% from the field and still got to 95. So like I said, I'm expecting a little, definitely offensive progression from them there. So I think both teams can get you to 110 today. We cash this over. So slightest lean towards OKC minus the points just because I do think they're the better basketball team. And I think they looked clearly like they were the better basketball team. And Luka and Kyrie, whether they want to, peg it on the defense or just had off nights themselves, regardless of what it is, I think OKC... And I shouldn't say I think. I know OKC is the better team here. They feel like they're hitting their stride right as like the last month of the year into the playoffs, like perfect momentum. But the way that I can back both OKC and trust that Dallas is going to have some progression would be taking the over. So I think that that's got a stronger chance of being a final play than OKC minus the points because, again, all OKC has to do is do what they did last game, and then Dallas play a little bit better. We don't have to worry about who wins, who loses, and we just have a game total that I think gets to 220 and beyond in this spot. So, yeah, really quick into it. It's only a couple minutes into the video. Over and slight lean towards OKC. Now, if we jump into the player props here, before we do, I do want to say, go check out FanDuel, guys. They have some of the best offers and bonuses going on the daily. Yesterday, we cashed our 30% bonus with the Brunson under an assist. New customers can get, you bet $5 on anything, right? If that bet wins, you can get $150. I think if you're in Ohio, you get $300 in bonus bets as well. What's really cool about this is, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, like I told you yesterday, you can bet on like a huge, heavy favorite. Go find a minus 250 MLB player, a minus 250 whatever sport or minus 300. Bet $5 on it. Who cares about the return? It's more likely to hit with those odds, right? And you're going to get 150 in bonus bets. Kind of a no-brainer if you ask me. If you're not on FanDuel, make sure to go check it out. Again, that link is in the pinned comment, but just go sign up over there, bet $5 on a huge favorite, and if it hits, you'll get that 150 in return. And again, if you're in Ohio, you get 300, which is absolutely crazy. So go check it out, guys. I know we've all heard about FanDuel. I always encourage you to have more and more books to get the best odds out there. Baseball and basketball, FanDuel is absolutely firing. So go ahead and check it out. But let's jump into some player props here. Our first one is going to be something that we rolled with in game number 1, and it came through for us. It was a plus money play then. It's no longer a plus money play, but we're looking at Daniel Gafford here over 9.5 points. The minutes should be there, especially when we look at it games without Maxi Kleber, right, who is out here. He crushes this without him, right? So there's the biggest thing. But even head-to-head, like 3 straight games, he's now hit it in 16 in game number 1. This is just when he's been with Dallas, too. 19 and 19 against OKC this season. So I do think this is a good spot. OKC kind of middle of the pack towards the bottom in terms of preventing centers from scoring. And what I like is truly the minutes. So on the season, he's played 24 minutes a game. If we filter to, Maxi Kleber being out, his minutes jump to 27, right? So, okay, forget this now and forget Max Kleber being out. Let's just say if he plays 27 plus minutes, 89% hit rate. Are you kidding me? Daniel Gafford over 9.5 points. You want to get a little bit more freaky with it? You can go 10.5 for near even odds. I don't even mind the over 11.5 for him to get 12 points at plus 130. Just because I do think that he's going to have his shot opportunities today overall. Second pick is going to be Lou Dort, over 1.5 3-pointers made. He's done it in 9 of his last 10 games, in every playoff game so far this season. His last few games, he was only hitting 3 of 8 against Dallas, but Dallas really not defending the perimeter all that well. And what I like to see here is the fact that he's taking almost 6 attempts per game. On the season, he's hit this in 61%, but on the season, he was at 5 attempts, right? You can almost see it kind of ramping up right around here towards the end of the year, and he's shooting at a 40% clip on the season, right? So if he's going to give you 6 attempts or even 5 attempts, like, I like him to make 2 just by his normal percentages. So give me Lou Dort over 1.5 3-pointers made, as well as Daniel Gafford's over in points. You might see us ladder Daniel Gafford's points nowhere past this 11.5 because, you know, we're kind of getting crazy at that point, but I don't mind this plus 130 play. I think that he has another successful outing against this OKC defense, which is a good defense, but not interior wise. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a team that says, okay, you can't score on us at the basket. They make it hard to score in the basket, but if you're a big, tall center, it's not like Chet Holmgren's going to be out there, muscling you. He might block your shot, but I do like the spot for Gafford, obviously. But yeah, guys, really quick video again to recap. OKC slightly minus the points. I like the total going over because I think Dallas is going to be a little bit better offensively. And then we have Lou Dort over 1.5 threes, and then Daniel Gafford over in points. That may be one of the quickest NBA videos we've ever done, but that's what you guys have been asking for, right? Stop your rambling, blah, blah, blah. Actually, do have one thing I do want to ramble about. We have a new show coming out today. It is the self-titled Ev Singleton Show, guys. In episode number 1, I take your voicemails, and we react to some of the best and worst gambling moments that you guys have had. And when I say best, I mean the best stories to tell, because they're all bad beats that we go through. Really cool. We had some trolls calling as well, but yeah, go check that out. It comes out at 12 p.m. Eastern time today on the channel. Check into the premiere. I might be in there chatting with you guys and whatnot, but yeah, overall, there's my little rant and ramble. Appreciate everyone tuning in to the show. This NBA season has been a movie, man. Like, we've had a really profitable year, but even still, like, even when we aren't profitable and all that, like, I cannot thank you guys enough for how much support we've had during the NBA season. So I love it. I'm not going to stop grinding for you guys and making these videos, even though with more, I guess more power comes more hate in a sense, because we're getting hate comments all the time. But you know what? Brush it off, make fun of it, move on, because I do appreciate all the true ones and real ones out there. But I said I wasn't going to ramble. Here I am. We'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.